Greetings folks, and I hope you're all in the pipe 5x5 wherever you are in collecting land, and welcome back to the channel for another 1/6 scale figure preview. So what are we looking at today? Well, a bit of background. Hot Toys have just announced, and this is to coincide, and I'm going to have to read this here because it's such a mouthful, to coincide with the Hong Kong Comics Animation and Video Game Festival, which is starting this Friday. They've announced a raft of new figures that they're showcasing that are going to be going up for pre-order. Amongst those are 2 new Iron Man figures, which, do we really need those in the world? I don't know. I don't think I do. Yeah, like the world needs more Iron Man figures. There is an artisan bank robber Joker. Not so sure about that either, whether we need or whether Mr. Go figure needs that in his life. What else is a new Cayman Rider figure? There is the Death Stranding figure, the Sam Porter Bridges figure, which I am really looking forward to. As regular Sid Chan will know, I'm a huge fan of the game. That's a no-brainer for me. There's an artisan and a sculpted version of that particular figure. I think the artisan figure might be on a limited release, so whether we get it here is anybody's guess, but yeah. That's been announced as well. And what else? I'll just check my list here. Oh yeah, RoboCop 2 and Kane figure. Now, not so excited for the RoboCop figure because we've had 2 of those already, but the Kane figure has really piqued my interest, and I might be getting involved with that. But yeah, but probably the one that has excited Mr. Go figure the most is the one that we're going to be looking at today, which is the 2.0 version of the Big Chap from Alien, which has been a long time coming in my opinion. But before we dive in, I'd just like to send a massive thank you to everyone who supported the channel, and please drop a like on this preview as it helps other people find Go figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the 1/6 scale reviews, news, showcases, retro reviews and general stuff that's coming up. So let's dive in and take a look at what Hot Toys are offering us. And I've got to say from the get-go here, I have been looking forward to this figure for quite some time. The original I have never owned. You can probably see here behind me my Alien display, and that doesn't consist of a Big Chap. What it does consist of is a Dallas, a Ripley, and an Alien Warrior. I had to improvise with the Alien Warrior from Aliens from Hot Toys, simply because there was just so many issues with the original release of this back in the day. Now, yeah, there were a lot of issues here. The screen accuracy wasn't brilliant, the articulation was pretty much non-existent, the materials that were used pretty much fell apart relatively quickly, and although it still fetches huge sums on the aftermarket, I think, yeah, the 2.0 version that Mr. Go figure has hung out for anyways is looking to be something very special. But let's take an up-close look at it. So the first shot we're looking at here is the one that I've used for the thumbnail, and it's this profile shot of the Big Chap. We get to get our first look at the details here, and I've got to say I am suitably impressed. They've caught that sort of semi-wet look very well. The colours look on point to me. The paint applications on the original release were never that good. The accuracy, in my opinion, was never that good either. And because the whole thing deteriorated, the paint applications that were on there just were lost very quickly. But here, Hot Toys seem to have captured it really well. Now, I'm not sure what materials they're going to be using here. I am assuming they are going to steer away from rubber. Maybe they're going to go the NECA route and have a harder plastic. That will be great to see, because that will increase durability and longevity, and it will also improve articulation as well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they've done this. But this first shot, yeah, absolutely excellent. That translucent dome is looking really nice. That sort of semi-opaque translucent dome with the detailing of the head underneath there. First thing that did catch my eye is it looks like they've sculpted the eye sockets in there. Now, I'm on the fence about those eyes. In Giga's original design, and don't get me wrong, Giga was a bona fide genius. He actually sculpted these in, but Ridley Scott sort of insisted that he remove them for the actual suit itself that was used on screen, and I can see his reasoning behind that. those eye sockets gave it a more human appearance, and Ridley Scott was wanting to go for something a lot more unknown, a lot more alien looking, less humanoid, and more biomechanical and harder to understand. And I can sort of see where he is coming from there. But the detailing on this head sculpt looks great. The pipes look fantastic. The intricacy of the sculpt looks on point. You've got those 4 tubes at the back there, which look proportionally correct. That sort of neck section that sticks out. And the browns, the blacks, the greys, they look really, really well done. And those mandible sections, that notorious mandible section. On the original there, these sort of parts between the upper and lower jaw were made out of a very, very perishable rubber. And literally fell apart within a matter of hours if you were opening and closing these jaws, which is a feature obviously with pretty much all of their alien figures. Teeth looking really, really nice. Let's zip on to the next shot. Now we've got this upright shot here and we get to see the proportions for the first time. I'm liking this a lot. Those proportions look really, really on point. Now, the detailing in there, that bone structure in the chest area, the hands look proportionally correct. And I'm going to pop up a picture just a little bit later on when we see the old and the new versions of this figure side by side. Of the original suit itself. Now the original suit is in a museum somewhere. It's deteriorated. It's very difficult to see any real detail on it. It's more of a nostalgic thing, I think. If you visit the museum, I think it's in the Giga Museum, and have a look at it. But we do have some original photos that sort of match these, so if you're wanting to compare and contrast, and I've done a little bit of that before shooting this video, and it looks to me like the details in this version are far more screen accurate than in the previous one. But yeah, that tail is on proportion. They thicken that tail up from the original version, which is correct. The bands around the wrists here, they're slightly thicker. Once again, that's correct. There were some splits like you see in the thigh area here, which weren't in the original, which they actually put on the thigh area, which they've removed. Once again, screen accurate. Now, detailing, paint applications look absolutely nailed on. What's intriguing me, and I'm going to lean in here, is the articulation here. I am not seeing any joints in these arms here. Now, owners of, say, a NECA quarter scale big chap will know that there are joints here. They're very well hidden because this particular suit is just very good at hiding exposed joints. But I am not seeing any here. I'm not seeing any in the knee section or in the elbow section. We've obviously got that that ball joint at the that visible ball joint at the shoulder, which is unavoidable pretty much. But nothing here at the elbow and nothing here at the knee, which has got me interested. How is this going to work? Is this a full body suit? Have they gone the similar route to the Alien Warrior? What will the articulation be like on this? Yeah, a lot of questions, but let's zip on to the next shot. Okay, first view of the stand here, and we're getting to see that the base that they've used here. Now I'm going to lean in again, and it doesn't look like, thank goodness, they've repurposed the Alien Warrior base. They did that with the Ripley figure. And the Ripley figure base itself was not dissimilar to this sort of Nostromo-esque metallic looking industrial style base, which was then just repurposed for the Alien Warrior with a change in nameplate. Doesn't look like they've done that, thank goodness. I had this fear with the way that Hot Toys repurposed their base. So it looks like we've got something entirely new. It says Alien Big Chap on the front there. It looks like there's some alien goo, blood maybe, although that would have eaten through there. So yeah, and we've got a clear stand going on at the back, a clear flight pole at the back there. So yeah, new base. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that base, but at least it's sort of an attempt at a semi-diorama and not just the old school sort of hexagon that we see on regular figures. So that's good. Now, once again, we can see the slight differences here. Now, the end of this tail, this has got me intrigued because this looks more Alien Warrior-esque with the spike. It was more Hook-esque with the big chap. So whether they tweak that in the final production piece, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, once again, proportions really nailed on as far as I can see. Those hands are the right size with those splayed digits. The feet look on point with those sections protruding out the back of the ankles. The feet were off on the original. Although I've never owned it, I've gone over it with a fine-tooth comb. The feet were most certainly off in the way that they were designed. But once again, posing that question, isn't it? How have we done these elbow and knee joints? We've got some movement going on here, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So let's zip on to the next shot. Another profile shot here, the full profile shot. And here we're seeing the more hooked look to the end of the tail, which is great. This is more screen accurate. It's just more pointy, as I remember on the original version. But yeah, and that thickness of the tail again. But once again, yeah, some cracking photos here from Hot Toys. Lighting is very, very good to capture the atmosphere with some green backlight going on. And once again, detailing looking exceptionally good. Let's zip on to the next shot because they've given us a next shot. Now, this is something Hot Toys have started doing when they announced their new figures, is giving us a comparison shot. They did it with their classic Predator, their City Hunter Predator, and they put it against the classic Predator to show you the differences, because I think a lot of people out there, a lot of us collectors were putting these two things side by side outside of Hot Toys. So they've done the work for us here, so we can really start to see some of the differences. First thing that strikes me is the colour here, the paint applications. Far more detailing on the new version on the right hand side there. You can see that that wrist section's been widened a little bit. The detailing around this abdomen section, far more complex and far more screen accurate as well, as I can see here from these round sections at the top of the hips, which were way too small on the original. The splits in the thighs, and you can really see there is a country mile difference here between the materials that have been used. Down to those feet, as you can see, that's what I was talking about with those feet being inaccurate. They were way too low. Those heel sections didn't protrude enough. The toes stuck up too much, and they weren't the right shape. As you see, there's more of an angle on the new one, which is actually correct. And you're seeing that change in the tail section as well. And thicker towards the bottom end of the body, which once again is screen accurate. So proportions don't look to have changed that much. But it's just the level of detailing and the colour here, and more screen accurate, which is hitting me straight away. And that dome looks it looks like they've knocked the old one out the park with that dome and that head and the sculpt on the head there. And it looks like there's been some real changes proportionally in that head. So let's shift on to the next one, a close-up of the head itself, and this is the telling one here when we can see those fine details. Obviously we've got the extendable inner jaw, which was sort of pretty much come to expect as standard, but we can see the level of detailing here is absolutely excellent for a 6 scale figure, in these piping sections, the paint applications, and once again it's going to be interesting to see what material they've used here around that where that jaw meets, and how durable that will be. But we've got the extendable inner jaw here. Now that's looking silver. Now I am not 100% certain. I'll have to go back and revisit some more stills on this. Was it silver? I'm not 100% convinced it was, but I shall zip back after this preview and check. But they've gone with silver. The teeth look very good and very screen accurate with that silver and those black paint applications in there to pick out the details. And once again, we're seeing the detailing underneath this sort of carapace, with the eyes and the little nose. It looks like they've been included, so they've gone for Giga's original look rather than Ridley Scott's choice. But yeah, looking fantastic. Once again here, you can really see that now underneath that sort of dome section, those eyes and nose. No, I'm not convinced by that, to be honest with you. I would have preferred not to have had that, because it is far too human, far too human, that and not screen accurate at the end of the day. We didn't see that in the '79 movie. But let's look at the profile of this thing. Hopefully they might alter that, Hot Toys. Let's hope they do. The profile shots, again, looking at some of the details, the ribbing on the back of that head. Everything else looks absolutely on point here. Zip on to the next shot. We've got this sort of action shot going on here, and yet again they're still not giving away here in this shot how these elbow joints have been articulated. I am not seeing anything there at all. So is this going to be another case of unposable? Looks brilliant but unposable, or am I missing a trick there? And is there some have Hot Toys done some wizardry underneath here that we've yet to see? Because it not only was it limited in the elbows and the knees, but you're also limited in the waist as well, if this is one continuous suit going up here. So yeah, time will tell, but let's move on to the next shot. Liking this shot a lot. Now this is where okay, so I mean, is this proving me wrong? Is this proving Mr. Go Figure wrong? Is there a lot of articulation going on? Judging by this shot, there is. He's got this sort of arms folded crossed thing going on in the chest area, which maybe that's to sort of replicate where Ripley blasts him out of the life buoy with the gases. I'm not sure when he's reclining, but this would suggest that there is plenty of articulation in there at these elbows. We've got almost a 45-degree angle going on here, so whether that's something you can do temporarily but have to put him back into a vanilla pose, yet to be seen. But once again, cracking photography here from Hot Toys, and some great detailing going on. And moving on to the next one, this is the two figures themselves, but from the rear this time, the old and the new. And once again, yeah, the detailing is looking great here on the new version. Now, on closer inspection here, I mean, this is one thing that they did have, is this sort of tiger stripe thing going on. Now, whether that was, which is almost sort of underneath the actual skin itself, doesn't seem to be going on in the new version, but the detailing, most certainly, if you look at the back of the knees there, you look at the hips, we're looking at a lot more detail there. The bum is slightly more pronounced and up in the air, and just overall level of detailing is far, far better. That sort of spiked section, if you will, that comes out between the shoulder blades is higher, and that looks more accurate to me as well. And once again, the overall paint applications looking far superior on the new one. Let's zip on to the next one, and they've given us a hell of a lot of photos to go at here, Hot Toys. Love this shot, this pose, that sort of almost reclining, relaxed look. There's something otherworldly about this particular pose. I've always liked this pose, but yeah, we can see that spike on the tail, but it's got more of a curve to it there, less of a spike, which is screen accurate. Yeah, overall, once again, we're seeing those great paint applications and sculpt detailing. I'm not 100% convinced here that this is. It looks like they've nailed absolutely everything on, and just a couple of things here that could be improved for me. I love that shot as well, with that sort of semicircular with the tail between the legs there and coming forward. And what else have we got? We've got this sort of 2/3 shot going on here. Once again, we've got a bent arm here and a bent arm here, so yeah, that articulation is looking better. And yeah, just yet more details going on here, and closer look at the intricacies of it. And yeah, sculpt I can't fault, so let's move on to the next one. So maybe this does answer my question regarding articulation. It is there, but how that will stand up to being held in that pose, and how those joints work, is a mystery. This is probably maybe more photographic than anything else. This is a big chap to me, which is in keeping with Giga's vision, and not actually what we see on screen, because of this sort of skull section here. So yeah, I'm happy with either, although I do prefer it without that. Yeah, the posability looks great, but as I mentioned before, how will this stand the test of time? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out. Another comparison shot. They've really gone to town on the comparison shots here. We've got a side by side. You can see those differences straight away in the spike on the end of the tail there. More pointed here, more hooked here, which is more screen accurate. Those splits in the calf area, they weren't in the original, and they've removed them. Great to see. Less of the tiger stripe on the new one. Slightly thinner legs as well by the looks of it. And we have got these the elbow sections. Now this was something else on the original as well. These faced upwards. These sort of elbow, they're not spikes, they're just protrusions, but they're more out here, which is more screen accurate. It looks like they may have shortened the length of the digits on the hands. Now I'm not sure how that's going to work. The one on the left here, the original, looks more in proportion to me than the one on the right. So yeah, will there be some tweaking done here? They've shortened the tubes coming out of the back, and that's quite noticeable there, because on this one here, it's not going anywhere close to the length of the shoulder section, but on the original, at full extension, it's almost the same length, if not further out. So yeah, we need to get some comparison shots, and as I mentioned, I'm gonna put up a photo in a second after this one of the original suit itself. Yeah, here it is. Now, this is the this particular shot here that I'm going around at the moment with the profile shot. If I zip back to here, now I would say, if I keep flipping back to and from that, yeah, it looks like the in profile, those pipes, the tubes on the back are more accurate on the new one. If you wanted to do your own comparisons, feel free, hit pause, zoom in on this, because I could go on for hours and bore you to death by comparing and contrasting these two. If that's something you want to see, let me know in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to do it. But yeah, it looks like a mixed bag here of improvements and things that aren't that accurate. Although we are seeing so maybe Mr. Figure has got this wrong and they kept the eyes in. Although this is the original costume, so that skull section there. Let me know in the comment section below when that was removed, if you are that well versed in alien lore. But let's zip back to that one just once again, that one again, and be interesting to get these three shots side by side. And as I mentioned, if you're wanting to see that in the video, let me know. Close up on the head sculpt, yeah, what can I say, looking excellent. Zip on to the next one. We've got a slightly longer shot there. Yeah, it's next level detailing here. This is what's going to set this piece apart for me. We've got front and back shot there, far more detailing in the pipe sections, in the raised sections. Overall, just yeah, if the original was VHS, this is 4K. And finally, the all shot. We always get the all shot with Hot Toys, and what have they given? Well, we've got shots of the base there, and I'm going to lean in at this point. It looks like we've got more blood, more bits and pieces going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 interchangeable hands, translucent carapace, extendable inner jaw. We've seen all these, and a wired tail, obviously, posable wired tail. That's great. And finally, the same shot again, but this time with a special exclusive metal collectible card with display case. I'm not sure, number one, whether I really need that in my life, and number two, whether how much that's going to add to the price of this particular piece. But it's nice to see they're doing something slightly different for an exclusive. So there you have it, folks. A lot going on here, a lot for discussion. What are your thoughts on this piece? What's your take on this 2.0 version? Do you have the original in your collection? Do you have the Alien Warrior? Well, I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Artisan Ripley figure, and that's a no-brainer for me. And I think this one's going to be a no-brainer as well, because I think we've yet to see the definitive Big Chap in 1/6 scale by any particular company. I mean, I know there are a lot out there, but I'm fingers crossed here that Hot Toys are going to nail this one on. And obviously it will complete my alien display to have an alien Big Chap and not an alien warrior in it. But I will drop links to the Hot Toys figures that we mentioned in this review, so you can check out the alien warrior and so on. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this particular piece? Will you be picking it up? Will you be? Is it a soft pass on this one? Are you excited as I am for this one? Please let me know in the comment section below. Thoughts on the film, thoughts on this offering, thoughts on anything at all. Nothing is off menu. What have we got coming up on the channel? Well, there's a raft of new figures coming in from Hot Toys, In Art, Susu Toys, Present Toys, Caustic Plastic, X06. The list goes on. Iconic Studios as well. The next two up for review are Caustic Plastic's take on Lon Chaney as Phantom of the Opera, and we've also got the Mondo, John Nada, from the classic 80s actioner that is John Carpenter's They Live. So that's just two that are coming up in the not too distant future, and a new tour video as well, which is going to include everything you see behind you and a whole lot more. So as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the good stuff that's coming up on the channel. And I suppose all that remains for me to say, as always, is a massive thank you for watching, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.